Folks, this is a 2020 Toyota RAV4 LE with 66,000 miles, and this is Jeremiah here at the Chevrolet store in Ottawa. I'm going to give you a quick walk around the vehicle with my festive Carfax hat. All right, going around it. Side repeating turn signals. There's a little extra light right there for the side repeating. Good tread on your tires. This is an all-wheel drive system, so great for that inclement weather, snowy weather, winter remix that we're in right now. And then we're going to make our way on the inside of this vehicle. So if you're looking for an inexpensive midsize SUV that's reliable, here you go. This is your vehicle. So let's kind of zoom out here. Whoop. There we go. Give myself some room. Let's go to the back of the vehicle and look at our room. So do you have an all-weather mat down at the bottom? It also goes up the back sides of the seats, which by the way are 60-40 split, so you can drop them individually down as you need to, or all the way. Do have a privacy shade built in the vehicle, hooks up from the side, so that way you can hide your goods in the back so people can't, for peering eyes, rather can't see it. And we do have a spare underneath, actual spare. And you also notice there's these little, oh goodness, trapezoid. The shape, whatever I'm thinking of, those pop off on both sides because you can actually hide and stow your privacy shade down there so everything looks clean if you don't want it sitting out here. And light in the back right there. Otherwise, let's make ourselves move on up to the rear seat of the vehicle. All-weather mats in the back of the seat. 12-volt power adapter right there. Cup holders. So seats 3 in the back if necessary. Passenger side, usual suspect. Power windows, power locks. Otherwise, not a lot of electronics in the vehicle on this side to have issues with. You do have plenty of documentation in here in the vehicle. There we go. To the fun on the driver's side. The driver's side is where we're going to find our adjustments for that all-wheel drive system in the vehicle, the different modes for rain or snow or gravel and so on. And of course, you know, power windows and locks for the front and rear of the vehicle. And then of course your power side mirrors will adjust down there. You do height adjustment, that's that lever right there, and also a lean adjustment back there. And then the bar that will scoot you closer as you need to. Hopping on in, automatic high beam assist is down here. So that's designed if you're driving down the road with your high beams on and maybe you're like me and you forget, right? Blind to the other person. Well, the nice thing about the high beam assist is it will see the person coming, dim it down, and then once they pass and there's nobody else coming, it'll pop them back up. You know, you're not blinding the next person. Interior lights, usual things there. Now, most important feature every vehicle has got to have is your sunglass holder, and that's there. There we go. And then storage, right? Cup holders, a little cubby hole for chapstick or something, and your cell phone can get thrown down here with the USB and 12-volt power adapter. And then there's all these various modes that we can use for the adjustment of the all-wheel drive system. Obviously you have eco mode, changes the shift points to your transmission to get you the better fuel economy for stop and go traffic. Normal mode doesn't shift as quickly or as much, you might hang a little bit longer to give you more power. Sport mode, it'll hang in that lower gear longer, but you'll have immediate movement as you need it, okay? And then you have your different modes for the different terrains that you're driving on for the all-wheel drive system to interact with. Moving on up, electronic stability control, I like to say, turn that off if you want to do donuts in a parking lot. Otherwise, leave it on at all times. Traction control, electronic stability control. If you don't like the auto start stop feature, you can turn that feature off in the vehicle. And then moving up there, we do have our environmental controls that we can turn on and off and set. Fan speed and the temperature. And then moving up from there is our infotainment system. AM, FM, maybe XM satellite radio. Yep, XM satellite radio is also on here. And then of course you're going to be able to Android Auto, Apple CarPlay to the USB port to display up here on there for you. Backup camera on the vehicle, of course. Pop it into reverse. Good image. All over to the driver's side, we can adjust the steering wheel's tilt and telescopic, so you can put it right where you want it to be. Left-hand side has the computer control, so you can change your options up here if you so desire. Volume control, voice command, answer your phone calls, and then, you know, go backwards, whatever. That's all your controls for your computers and your voice command. The right hand side, however, has your cruise control, and then has the ability to change the sensitivity of the person in front of you with smart cruise control, or whatever you want to call it. So basically, you've set your cruise at 55, and the guy pulls out in front of you going 45, and your vehicle's going to slow down to match their speed until they get out of the way, and then you speed back up to your normal pace. Great feature to have. And then this is your lane departure warning. I don't know why my camera's so blurry, but you have lane departure warning right there. You cross the line without turning your blinker on, it's going to beep at you, okay? It's meant to keep you awake if you're accidentally crossing the lines. And then we can change our audio modes and fast forward and so on, okay? There's always something to miss in the vehicles. Left-hand stock on all imports is your lights, daytime running lights and so on, automatic lights. But yeah, if there's anything on here that you'd like to see that I've maybe missed, like say the shifter, you know, so you can shift over, upshift, downshift. For manual shifting purposes, if you so desire, that's there. But yeah, if there's anything on here that you'd like to see that I missed, it's just a sun visor right there. You got your old blank handles and all 4 doors of the vehicle. But yeah, 419-890-8793 is the number. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.